helps herself.
So tell me why you're seeing me today.
Well, I've been really stressed out. I've got a bunch of issues with my life lately. A lot of time management and stress with my boyfriend, and my family's always stressful, so.
Well, let's start with one thing at a time. What thing is bothering you the most right now?
Right now is time management and, like, working with all my classes and everything.
Your classes? Like,
yeah, like, I'm taking on another major, so right now basically I'm triple majoring, and that's going to be a lot more difficult next year, trying to fit in over 3 years into 2 years.
how do you plan on doing that?
I'm taking a lot of summer classes. I'm going to try and keep with the summer classes because I'll get financial aid for summer classes but not for winter classes, so I'll have to overload it on those.
Do you think you can handle class overload?
As of right now, yes, but I don't know. Once my classes start getting harder and I have to start taking like a whole bunch of 400 level classes, whether my answer will be the same. My advisor just told me to like take it one step at a time, and if I do get overloaded, then not to be like upset if I have to drop a class or something or have to retake a class.
So how are you going to plan on managing your time with assignments and tests, and if you have all these classes?
I'm basically just gonna see like what is the most important and go with that, and if it takes longer like to do one assignment, then I'll try and start it a little bit earlier and just like try and keep really organized and on top of everything.
That sounds like a good plan to start with, and I guess it sounds like something you'll have to know as you go, almost, because you don't really know what assignments you're going to have yet.
Right.
But it sounds like you're in a good mindset.
Yeah. Right now, not too stressed out. I mean, I am, but I don't have the workload like right in front of me. So right now it's just trying to figure out which classes to take, and that's kind of stressful because some classes aren't available and some classes are only available when they overlap with other classes, so
That's frustrating.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess for that, you're just going to kind of take it as it goes and manage your time. Maybe we can discuss that in later sessions when the time comes. Okay.
That sounds perfect.
Great. But it sounds like you're on the right track with planning your assignments and time and everything. Just you have to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know what I'm getting myself into and everything, and it's going to be hard working 3 days a week and having all 6 of my classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I already know that I'm doing that ahead of time, so.
That's good. Well, at least you know what's in for you, and you can plan around your work schedule ahead of time. Is anything else bothering you today that you'd like to talk to me about?
Well, I've been having some issues with one of my friends lately that I'm moving into with next year, and so I'm kind of worried that those issues will come up more when we're closer together next
What kind
year.
of issues?
I don't know, she's just been really selfish, and I feel like she needs to grow up a lot, and she kind of thinks that all of her problems are much more dramatic than they actually are, because she's been like very sheltered her whole life, and she doesn't really realize that the problems that she is having doesn't really compare to like problems that me or like some of the other people that I know have had, and so she doesn't really understand, and it's hard to sympathize with her. So.
Have you talked to her about any of this?
Not yet. I don't know. I feel like it's a very touchy subject with her, so.
Yeah, it is touchy. Well, how have you been dealing with this?
I've just been taking it as it comes and waiting. Like, recently she apologized for something that she had done, so that was good. But just, like, letting it sort of fade out by itself instead of addressing it is just easier at this point in time.
Well, it sounds like she's already made a step forward if she apologized to you, but
Yeah, definitely.
how are you planning on dealing with this when you move in with her?
Well, I think it might be a little bit better if we're like face to face, like living together, because one of the biggest issues that she does have is like being by herself and doing things by herself.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, I think she's gonna have to realize soon enough that she needs to start doing things and being more independent, especially since I'll have so many classes and I'll be at work. Like, I won't be around all the time. But then, like, when I am home, it's not like she can't come and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully she won't when I'm like really, really stressed out, because I'll probably snap at her.
Yeah. So you think maybe moving in would be good for both of you guys, because she may learn how to be on her own a little bit, and you would learn how to
maybe.
deal with problematic friends, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So, have you been in any recent fights with this friend, when she knows your feelings towards her, or does she think nothing's wrong?
Well, we had one fight this weekend, and she got like really snappy, and it was really unnecessary, her reaction in the situation. And so, like, I didn't back down and didn't let her keep going like she was going. I was basically just snapped back at her and like gave her the same attitude that she was giving me, and she didn't really respond very well to that. So hopefully that made her realize that how she was acting to me isn't like very favorable.
Do you think that you handled it in the right way, and for her, just so, because maybe thinking this would help her learn about her behaviors?
I think so. I think a lot of the people that she's interacted with beforehand haven't really stood up to her very much, and so it makes it harder for her to like not get her own way. And so when someone else is there to stand up to her, she's kind of taken aback by it, and she needs to get used to not always being the one that gets her way and everything. So,
well, it sounds like you're a positive influence in her life, even though she may not realize it, but it sounds like you're using your experiences as being independent to help her. So hopefully that won't be a problem for much longer once she matures.
Yeah, I'm hoping not.
It sounds like you're helping her with that. But you mentioned earlier that you're having stress about your boyfriend and your family. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, there's always stress with my boyfriend, just because it's like a long distance relationship, and I mean, we both knew that getting into it, like leaving high school, that it was going to be stressful and it was going to be hard work. But I mean, there's nothing that you can do to like stop that from happening, really. It's just going to happen, and you have to take it as it comes. And I mean, it is a lot easier now that we're only an hour away, having us both transferred schools, but it's going to be just as hard as it was last year when we were 3 hours away, when he's going to be living at the beach this summer. So
what are you planning on doing to make this relationship work?
Well, it's really important to me to just like keep communicating with him and everything.
Yeah, communication's very important in relationships. So is your communication right now, is it strong, or how do you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like pretty much throughout the whole relationship, my communication has been much more so than his communication. But that being said, I feel like as we have continued dating, he's definitely opened up more, and I can like push him further to like open up to me than originally was the case.
Yeah, he sounds like he's very he's afraid to express himself maybe to you. Maybe he feels
his family doesn't have like a whole lot of like displays of affection within his family, so it just makes it that much harder for him to like show any of that kind of stuff.
So it's all new for him, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a change that he's had to deal with also, and a change for you as well, because it sounds like you've had affection in your family, well, from what it sounds like, and I guess you guys come from two different...
Yeah, we definitely come from two different family dynamics.
So you want to tell me more about that? Or?
Well, my family is very like blunt with everything they say, and they always have like, if they have an issue, they'll say it, whether that means that they won't have a relationship with whoever the problem is with later or not. And his family.
Do you think that's good? A good quality?
No, because I think that if you have a problem, I think that you should work it out somehow or another.